Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Larry Bodenheimer and today we are taking a look at Black. Now Black is a 32-bit Trojan which seems to have botnet capabilities assigned to it. Now before we take a look at the malware itself, we will open this folder. We have the malware and we have an MD5 because some of you like to follow along with the video or after the video on your own analysis. So here is your chance to note down the MD5. Now that you've paused the video and had a chance to do that, let's go ahead and take a look at this in VirusTotal. So we have 55 out of 73 detections. Popular threat label is Trojan.VM/Black, and these are the family labels. It would take longer to see who does detect it, so let's just take a look at who does not. And just to keep in mind how long the malware has been out, this was first submitted about 5 days ago. It says the creation time is January 17th, but I also almost never pay attention to the creation time. I always just go along with the first submission. So it was submitted 5 days ago, and it's still not detected by ClamAV. What other big names? WebRoot. Okay, I don't see any big names that don't detect it. So we have Bitdefender here. Pretty good. BCAF Pro. Your other big names, McAfee, Malwarebytes. Yes, I did say those backwards. Microsoft has a signature of small. Okay. Interesting. And where's Kaspersky? Did I note Kaspersky? I think I did. Yeah, here it is. I don't think I noted it, but it is there. If we go to details, here's your MD5, your SHA-1, and your SHA-256. We've already taken a look at that. It's been submitted under 3 names, a random string.exe, and then 3kThinglong.exe. File is not signed. We go to relations, we have all sorts of malicious URLs, and in the URL itself, it has ddos.dnsnb8.net on maybe port 799, and then CJ, K3, K1, K1 to 5.rar. How are you going to... In what world are you putting DDoS in the name of the URL? Okay, whatever. And the rest are certificate authorities. We have 6 contacted domains, dnsnb8.net and ddos.dnsnb8.net. I will take a look at this domain specifically just to see if, what exactly it looks like, because it has 6 detections for the domain itself, and it's under Dyna.Incorporated. We have 6 contacted IPs. Only one of these are malicious. It's a 44.221.84.105. So we'll keep an eye on that during analysis. We have 1 execution parent. It's a RAR, and it's 30 detections. And we have all sorts of malicious dropped files. Logged dispatcher, Skype set up with the detection. Is that the real Skype? Perhaps. Via Tor? Okay. These say false positive. Something to keep in mind. And then we have all sorts of other things. regmerge.exe, gvgen.exe, removepillow.exe. We got all sorts of stuff here. I'm not going to take a look at all of them. At least not yet. And again, we don't ever spend much time on behavior on this channel, but I do like to look in case one of you want to take a second to see for yourself. We have no crowdsourced Sigma roles, and we have 2 high, 1 medium, and 4 low crowdsourced IDS rules. And finally, when we go to community, of course, Jaffa Cakes has already been here. We're also accompanied by Thor, Joe Security, and Pedic. Now that that's out of the way, let's take a look at the properties. So I can close these 2 folders, actually. Let's take a look at the properties of 3kThinglong.exe. We have no digital signature, and the details, we have no details. So let's go ahead and show the tools that we're going to have open and then run the malware. We have Process Hacker, which I will move over here. Process Explorer, or Process Monitor. Fiddler Classic, which I'll go ahead and reset that, remove all of those, hit go. And Wireshark, which I will also reset as well. Without any further ado, let's open up Process Hacker and get ready to run the malware. Do you want to allow this app to add your device to a botnet? Of course I do. So if we scroll down here, we have two windows. We have 3k thinglong.exe and mxfbyv.exe. So while that's open, let's go ahead and move that other file over to here. So let's go to open file location and move that over here. 71 detections. 71 out of 74. How do... Wow. That's a massive L. How long has this been out? Okay. First submission's 11 years ago. Is there using something from 11 years ago on this new malware? Okay. Who's not detecting this? Acronis, CMC, and Baidu. And that's it. Everyone else is detecting this. I'm going to keep that in mind, but I'm going to make a duplicate tab for it, and we're going to go back to here. Okay. The program or feature, question mark, C users Larry B1 app data local temp 088f5125.exe, which we did also see over here. Yeah, right here. You know what? I'm going to make another duplicate for that. I don't know what the heck just happened there. Oh, wait. It didn't have any detections. But it has a community score of minus 39. 4 bytes. Okay. We'll come back to that. Cannot start or run due to incompatibility with 64-bit versions of Windows. Please contact the software vendor to ask if a 64-bit Windows-compatible version is available. And then behind that, we have what looks like a random string of characters. Game file not found. And we close that, and it is gone. But this is running in its own window. That's going to do it again, and then it closes on its own, opens command prompt, and then closes command prompt as well. Is there anything suspicious in these service hosts that I need to be aware of? Not seeing anything jumping out at me. No, I think we're good there. So it looks like whatever it's done, it is dunning. Did not delete its own file like the last malware we analyzed. So why does this have no detections, but yet it has a community score of minus 39? Oh, it's just one person that did that. Okay. File present on VX Underground. 0 out of 59 detections suspicious. I don't know how they came up with that 4 years ago, but okay. We can go ahead and close that one. And now let's take a look at Wireshark. Or I'll tell you what, let's take a look at Fiddler first. Yep, it does this in HTTP. It tries to reach out directly to that website on port 799, goes to a CJ directory, and then pulls K1 through K5.rar. Is there anything else that Wireshark will show me in HTTP that Fiddler did not? Usually it doesn't. And yet, most likely what happened is it reached out and got these. Well, no, it got this one like in the very beginning, but it probably reached out and got K2 through 5 once I closed those windows, and that was why we saw command prompt open for a split second before it closed again. Continuation. Okay, data 4 bytes. Alright, fair enough. And if we go over here to HTTP, we can see the full URI right here. Then we'll try to visit that in a little bit. But tell you what, let's go ahead and remove that filter. I doubt that I'm going to see any of those connections now since it's closed. But let's look and go to relations, and see if we can find any of those IPs. The main one we're looking for is this 44. It's probably going to be closer to the middle, or maybe even the beginning. So I'm going to move like up here. Because we saw that HTTP... Oh, you know what? That's what I was thinking too. So this is the IP address for this DNS nb8.net. It's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. And another one, oh, let's just Google DNS. The rest of these look okay. I've seen this IP and this one quite a few times, but that's fine. That's probably either like Google Cloud or Microsoft OneDrive or something like that. But it seems to send information and pull files from these IPs. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take a look in Process Monitor. So we'll go to Filter, and we're going to do operation is create file. And we're going to do process, I added it twice. And we're going to do process name is 3k thing long.exe. Enter. Yes. And here we go. So we have 157 events. Not really many. Not many at all. Here's a prefetch, which it did delete. Anything suspicious under name not found. We've got dd-raw, dsound, winmm.dll. An API. Manager maybe. A .mun. Okay, here's that mxfbyv. Seems to have been opened several times, and it's still there in temp. It didn't delete it. So this doesn't really do too good of a job of hiding itself. solmusk.pack. Like, it deletes some things, and then it just doesn't delete others. Core messaging.dll, we've seen that before. And that's it. So I'm going to try the mxfbyv again. mxfbyv, crap. mxfbyv.exe. Yes. Okay, and this, on the other hand, has 4,000 events. So I'm probably not going to be able to look through all of this, but we can spend some time skimming through it. So we got more DLLs here. We got some net utilities and other utilities. Okay. What the heck is all that? It's in the recycling bin. And it's got a $sign and random strings.exe. And it says that... Okay, wait a minute. It doesn't say it was ever deleted. Well, it's not here. If we go to View, Hidden Files. No. Okay, that's odd. But not anything suspicious. Now, if you're looking in the recycling bin and you're like, why aren't you making a note of all that? This is just a copy of everything I've got in my sensitive documents folder, and we'll use that if we review ransomware in the future. So let's go back. And there's a bunch of stuff. And it looks like it's making a note of all the open files. revheme.exe, and then it's got procmon64, redshot. Okay, I don't even have redshot open. It's got autopsy. Autopsy uninstall. It's making a note of everything that it can get its hands on, it seems. WinHTTP.dlo, which it did not delete. Yeah, this is a bunch of autopsy stuff, so we can ignore that. For those of you that don't know what autopsy is, that is a digital forensics and incident response program. It is open source and used by the police. So LibreWolf stuff here. Microsoft Update Health Tools. Expedite Updater.exe. Okay. Sharing Violation. Firefox.exe. Okay, I see. We got Process Hacker. Ruxim.exe. What the heck is that? Okay. If we jump to it, is it still going to be there? Yes, it is. Ruxim. I feel like this is going to be some legitimate Windows program I've never heard of before, and it's going to make me look like an idiot. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the case. I'm going to analyze it anyway, so that way you guys can never say that I'm, not thorough. And yeah, this is a legitimate Microsoft program. Okay. I've never heard of it until now, but, VMware Tools 7z8.exe. So here's the thing. If we go to the tags for this, it says it detects debug environment, right? Let me maximize this. Yeah, detects debug environment. I don't see how. Because it literally is opening the VMware Tools folder and accessing stuff in it, right? Doesn't seem to be doing a very good job at detecting anything. Advanced threat protection. Ooh. Windows security. I'll take a look at something really quick. If we go, and I have this turned off, obviously, but if we go to here, I might have to re-enable it through the thing. What I'm trying to think, I wanted to see if it like added itself as an exclusion to Brain. Come on now. If it added itself as an exclusion to the Windows Defender. Deleted all user packages. Okay, we're going to scroll down a little bit. Scroll down to like here. It's in syswell. There's that temp file again. We'll have to take a gander at that. But if that has like another 4,000 events, I won't spend much time on it. More stuff in syswell, and that seems to be it. Okay, so last thing we're going to take a look at probably... Oh, no, there's another one here. There's a bunch of EXEs here. Crikey, mate. Crikey indeed. Let's run these through Firefox really quick. Actually, they all have 1 kilobyte. I've got a feeling that these are going to be the same things. Where it's, yeah. There's no malicious code on them. Matter of fact, there might not be any code on them. But, it did drop this, and it had multiple things for that, the 739. So I'm going to take a look at that really quick. And if it has a bunch of events, then we won't spend too much time on it. Filter, and the process name is... That's the wrong folder. The process name is 739925EF. 739925EF.exe. Yes. There probably won't be much of anything at all. Nope. Nothing here. Okay. So next, let's go ahead and try to open these domains and IPs. Probably not going to get anything to work. Well, actually, no, we would probably... That's the wrong one. We probably would at least be able to get the DNSNB8.net to work. So let's take a look at that first. Let's copy that. And if we try to connect, it's in HTTP. And it's just a white screen. Okay. And if we go to ddos.dnsnb8.net, this is an HTTPS. But we're still not seeing anything. So if I try... Let's see. If I try to pull one of these files, it's probably just going to download it to my computer. Wait, apparently I didn't copy it. Copy. Foo. Okay. It just says foo. That's an interesting development. And they all say foo. So it's not going to download anything. I don't know why it's just saying foo. And it's in HTTP. So... Something to keep in mind for the future. I don't know what the heck this one is. I mean, it looks like it's just a repeat. Yeah, server did not return a complete response. Server returned 4 bytes. I see. I see, says the blind man to the deaf man. And of course, if we just try to connect directly to the IP, yeah, it's going to be more of the same. Well, we're not going to be able to see anything graphically on this, but that's fine. We do have these 126 dropped files. Now, if I try to just search one of these, which one do I want to try? Let's try Python service.exe. Python service.exe. Okay, we're going to run. Python service.exe. Can't be found. Okay. Reg view. We can at least look at the names of these. Wininst, gvedit, Python service, Skype setup, which we're not entirely sure if it's Skype or not. I've got a feeling that it is. I just don't know why it's here. Java.exe, Wininst again, but a different version. sccmap.exe. Which one has the highest detection? Because we've got the one that has 71 detections. Let's see if anything here could possibly top that. I'm just going to scroll through here. That's 59, pretty low. Oh, 27. Okay, I'm interested in that one. This is, it comes as uTorrent, Trojan Open Candy uTorrent. This is fake AV. Okay, adware Open Candy PUA. Let's reanalyze that. Because I doubt the real uTorrent has 27 detections. I don't use uTorrent, so I wouldn't know. That's why I'm looking again. It's detected by Google. Kaspersky does not have any detection for it, and neither does Bitdefender. What? So who does? We've got ClamAV. I'm surprised they have a detection for anything. Google detects it. GData. Harong. Malwarebytes. Sophos. I'm really surprised the Bitdefender and Kaspersky don't have a detection for this, especially when it is... How old is this? First submission was 9 years ago. uTorrent is a virus. Okay. PUP. Yara signature match. Okay. Detected by Thor app scanner. Malware auto run propagates by USB disk. I can't get a concrete answer on this. If I can find a download for this might be a cool thing to do for a Is It Malware video. I've been thinking about doing videos in the future to where we pull a file and I don't do an analysis of it before we do the video, and everything is like first come into it and see if it's actually malicious or not. Because I've downloaded a couple things from malware repositories that were false positives, but were hard to tell. That would be something to do for a cool video. Osage.exe, elnito.exe, and then the rest of these are either clean or have not been scanned. So unfortunate. But that might have to be it for this video. Don't think there's anything else I missed. We do have 24,000 connections or packets on Wireshark. But I doubt we're going to see anything suspicious. That's a certificate. Okay. Alright, I think we're good. We'll take one final look at Fiddler to see if anything else came over HTTP. These were my connections. They did give a 200, it just didn't allow me into it. And this one was probably the favicon. Let me expand URL. No, it's the k1.rar. And that did not give a 200. Obviously, didn't let me download it. It gave a 504. Interessante. Okay, so nothing else suspicious there. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for coming out. If you guys did enjoy the video and you're new to the channel, please make sure to leave a like. Leave a comment in the comment section down below if I didn't do something that you guys want to see for future videos, so I know to do it in the future. My name is Larry Bodenheimer. You guys have been amazing, and I will see you in the next one.